Alright, so I just talked for probably 2.5 minutes and realized it wasn't recording. So I don't even know if we got the tractor coming up here on recording. Probably not. So we just pulled it up here to the lawnmower trailer. And I was just talking about this little knob here. And this is what's called a fuel shutoff. Because a diesel engine, if you shut the key off, that just turns off the electricity, and that does not kill the engine, because it's not like a gas engine where you have a spark plug that needs electricity to keep the motor running. This is all under compression. Is that the right term? I think so. Anyway, so to kill the engine, you have to pull this out, which therefore shuts off fuel to the engine and shuts it off. Just letting you guys know, because I figured there'd be questions about it. And also the next question was, oh wow, it's snowing. What was I doing in the field? I was plowing. This is a chisel plow. This is I wouldn't say new. The technology's been around for a little while, but this is a chisel plow, and it doesn't go as aggressive as a moldboard plow, which is what you see in like the old pictures and what probably your grandpa used if he was on a farm. So this is a chisel plow. It goes just as deep, but it doesn't completely flip the soil over and completely bury the residue. It more mixes it. It still leaves that really rough, trust me, it's very rough, even in this thing, and this thing's a rather smooth riding tractor in the field. It leaves the nice big ridges, and it gets that deep till that you're looking for. This is called primary tillage. It's usually done in the fall, but we've never been on the ball in the fall, so we're always doing it in the spring. So just giving you guys a closer look on the chisel plow, it consists of these straight blades, which are for if you're going through a heavy residue field, you need to chop it up, or else these will actually plug up, and it's super annoying when you have something plug up, and I just realized I hit that block. Oh well. And then these come through, and these bite way down in the ground. So the ground, you're probably working about 10 inches maybe of this, and the dirt comes up this and it rolls it off to one side. So this is an oddball one. We just left it on there because we're not doing a whole lot of chisel plowing, but they all throw to one side. So this back row's all thrown to the right, and then you have all of these throwing towards the center. So these ones are thrown to the right, those ones are thrown to the left. It moves the soil around and gives the residue a chance to mix in. But now we are going to hook the corn planter up so that we can back it in the shop. Since we have the loft out, there's a lot more room, and we can actually bring our planters in the shop and work on them. All right, so we are backed up to the planter. Let's get her hooked up. So for today, we're not hooking up any wiring because we're gonna be unhooking it as soon as we back in the shop. So we just take the pin, and there's some spacers that get put on. I don't know if we have to worry about these or not. We'll put them in, I guess. There. So you can see we got these spacers here, and they go down in between here. At least I think that's where they go. I'm not usually the one hooking this up before we go out planting. So yeah, no, that's not right. That'll probably break something. We just won't put them in. There. Perfect. Now these will just go in the tractor cab. Hopefully I don't lose them. Yeah. And then we need... oh, which one's lift and lower? I'm gonna figure this out off camera. Alright, I think we're hooked up. So we'll just have to jump in the cab, figure out what's what. And then we just need to get these wheel chocks out of the way. I gotta back it up. Oh, I gotta take those out too. Alright, so we gotta lift it up. Alright, so this is our default lift lever when we're actually planting. Let's see if I got it hooked up right. Oh wow. First try, not bad. Alright, so we have to lift this jack up. There isn't one on the other side because it broke. So this one, and then gotta get these out of the way. Where did the corn planter go? I left it right here. There it is. We got it in the shop, and the shop feels small again. Once we get all this stuff out though, it'll feel a lot better.
Alright guys, so the corn planter's in the shop. We haven't done anything to that yet. We did dual up the 4440. Pretty simple task, so I figure I might as well not video it. It's basically put all those bolts in and there it's on. Next, we got the 4960 hooked up to the Gale V-bottom manure spreader. I don't know if you guys can hear me, the wind's picking up. So I am gonna start hauling manure here shortly, but I don't know how much footage I'm gonna get because I was planning on making a bonus video out of this, but it's too windy to fly my drone. The wind gusts are up to like 50 miles an hour today, so I'm not putting the drone up in the air. Another time though, we got a lot of manure to haul and a lot of fields to put it on. So I'm gonna get this finished, hooked up, and get my Bluetooth speaker all set up inside, and then we'll get moving. Alright, we are back in over here by the manure pit next to the slope barn, and we're gonna start loading up. And this manure spreader, at least right now, the way we have it and what's broke on it, we have to run very liquid manure in it. So that's what we're gonna try and do, is pick through and get all the liquid stuff, and then we'll come back with our Pro Push and get the, it's not a Pro Push, what is it? It's a John Deere Hydro Push, there we go. And get the more solid stuff. So I gotta go get the skid loader now because it's all the way back over by the shop. And I'll bring it over here with the big bucket and we'll start loading. We're all loaded up. I'm not loading it all the way to the top because of how runny it is. These first couple loads, if you could tell over there, are gonna be really watery from the rain gathering up in this spot, not able to make it to the lagoon. So first couple loads are gonna be really watery, so I'm not gonna fill it to the top. Water is fairly heavy and I don't want it sloshing all over the road while I'm going down the road. So we're gonna head down to one of our organic fields and get it spread. I was planning on, dang it. I was planning on making this a bonus video, but I'm not going to because it's too windy to put my drone up and I really want to put some drone footage in here. So I'm just gonna go down, kind of show you guys the first load, and then I'll give you guys an update when I'm done, how much I hauled out and all of that. So hopefully I don't get down there and shear the pin right away, because that would suck, because I don't have any shear pins. So anyway, let's get moving. Is it only flat on one side? Alright, so as you can tell, we blew a tire. And that's alright, I guess. We got probably, I want to say 6 loads out, about. And that tire was pretty dry rotted. So I'm going to do chores, head home. We got to order a tire in the morning. We have 3 or 4 that size, but none of them are worth putting on there for the time being. So I'm going to do chores, go home, and we'll get a tire ordered in the morning. Alright, chickens are fed. Now it's time to go to work. We are hauling manure with the other spreader this morning because you guys know I blew a tire this morning, but Dad's going to the town just over to us. They have a tire in stock, so we are going to get it. Dad is, while I haul more manure. And so we're hauling with our John Deere Hydro Push and the 4440. It's gonna be the same as yesterday. It's basically the same look out the back, and since this one requires me to constantly be flicking the lever, I can't really record, so you guys will just have to believe me when I say I hauled manure. But yeah, we're gonna, Dad's jumping it because this thing was dead this morning, so I'll go get the skid loader warmed up and we'll get started. This is ridiculous. It's almost the last week of April and we're in a full-blown snowstorm hauling manure. Crazy. But I just got, this is my second load hauled out today, and I gotta take them a little bit smaller than I want to, just because there's a lot of big clods of hay in there, and if I run one of those clods of hay through too fast, I shear the pin, and I don't like replacing pins. So I just take it small, lower loads than what I usually do, and then yeah, I just make more trips. But I only got like one more load that's got the cloddy hay, and then I'm on to like more horse manure from like the neighbors, so I should be all right once I get to that stuff. All right, we just finished this field. All the way down there, all the way back to those trees, and up to this lane right here. You can see where it's all dark. It's all spread on, and I still got a partial load, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna spread this remainder over in this field, but the next field I'm working on is a long skinny one on the left side of those trees, going all the way down to those trees. So it's about, got a quarter of the manure left in it that was in it. That sounded weird. It's about a quarter of the way full yet, so we got a little ways to go. We got probably 2 loads of runny stuff left that's got to go with the other spreader, and then still quite a few loads with this, so we got to get it done. Alright guys, so sorry if the camera lens is a little hazy. I just got done washing the tractor off after today's work, and I guess the window seals aren't as good as they used to be because my camera was soaked, the seat was pretty wet, and the whole interior was wet. So yeah, and that door's got that fancy lock on it that I made, and I can't get in. So we parked it in the barn. We got probably 2 or 3 loads left at the most, probably. So we might do that tomorrow, right away in the morning, hopefully. Dad's got to get filters for the skid loader because the skid loader started acting up, bogging and stuff like that. So he thinks it's the fuel filters, so he's gonna change them. Well, he's gonna see if they have them, and then obviously change them if they do. And then hopefully we can get those last couple loads hauled out. We got probably 2 loads with the John Deere, and then probably 1 or 2 with the 4960 and the Gale V-bottom. So then I'm gonna go out. We got that grapple bucket that you guys saw a couple videos ago maybe, and I'm gonna go out. Got some rocks I gotta pick up, and a crumbler basket from that crumbler that we're making into a cultipacker. One of the big baskets from that one that I have to go out and pick up from that field. That field's only like 1,000 feet down the road, so easy drive with the skid loader. Go out, pick those rocks up, probably scrape the road off because the road got really dirty today when I was hauling. And then, yeah, and then we're gonna get to chisel plowing. So that's all. Is today Wednesday? Yeah, that's all in the next video though, so stay tuned. That's gonna be probably a good video. Gonna do some more chisel plowing hopefully tomorrow afternoon. That all depends on what's falling from the sky right now. So it may be too wet to chisel plow, but we can at least get the manure hauled. Today the ground was frozen for most of the day, so it was pretty good hauling weather. But it's a little hard on the chisel plow pulling it through frozen ground. So anyway guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Like, comment, subscribe.